Well, I guess we know what the reason is. So the draft has indeed started. So let's see here. Kale banned and Malphite banned. First two quick bans. Kale is a very strong champion in not too shabby pool. He's done excellent on it, and she's a strong champion in general. We also see Malphite being banned out here. Confident Club are aware that Kazuto plays Malphite quite well. So let's see here. Mundo and Twitch being banned out here. So definitely Confident Club do not like these tanks, these very strong tanks to play against now. So let's see. We did see Kazuto play out Ornn. Let's keep in mind it is him in top lane and Zambiru will be bot lane. Milio being banned out. We did see Shiba, Latina Carlos, the captain of Confident Club, do really well on Milio. So it's a good ban from SKT. And meanwhile, Confident Club picked that Jarvan, which is one of SKT's jungler's best picks here. I'm gonna call him Toyota Starlet. I know it's a bunch of characters there, but I'd rather say that than all those Chinese characters, which are SKT's jungler's name. So let's see. SKT have first pick here. They go with Sejuani. Alright, would be nice to see the Sejuani in action. Relatively good, strong champion, strong tank, good early game, good ganks. Usually paired with melee champions. So let's see if SKT go for the Yone or Sylas they are known for in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Confident Club here forced to respond. Let's see what jungle pick gets picked up here. Could potentially go for the AD carry, but it seems like they want to hover in support, and they do lock it in. It will be Nautilus being picked up here from Confident Clan. Nautilus, decent support, maybe not something you should go blind with. You're kind of showing that you want this engage. They went for Ivern, a very strong champion indeed, especially in hands that can make it work. Ivern, not really one of the easier champs in the game, but he's definitely very strong, a strong clear, good scaling, usually paired with a great hyper scaling character. So Confident Clan here with the Nautilus, with the Ivern, have a good front line, a good damage and disruption. We see SKT here thinking about that Draven picks. Let's keep in mind that Confident Club have Slice Cakes, who is really good on this Draven. We've seen him do miracles on it. In the end though, SKT do go for Lulu, another one of Latina Carlos's picks. So they, speaking of picks, hey, Lulu has picks. Yeah, so Latina Carlos, he's really good on Lulu, really good on this Milio. It would be nice to see him play those, but he did look in Nautilus. So they're going for Lulu Caitlyn, not really too sure of this combination. Lulu is a great champion though in the early game, can definitely bully out this Nautilus. Just needs to see what Confident Club pair up the AD carry. We have Varus available. We could go for something of an AP carry of sorts, but they will get out damage level 1 and 2 by Caitlyn Lulu. So let's see, Confident Club, what picks they decide to go for here. Varus could be a choice, Corki could be a choice of course, and they do lock in this Corki. So they do have a lot of this mid-range type of fight. While the Sejuani wants to go in, he does not have any follow-up at the current moment. Lulu Caitlyn kind of want to sit back and DPS anything that's happening in the mid-range. So SKT with Caitlyn specifically more. I think Caitlyn makes a lot of sense against the Nautilus and Ivern. But then Sejuani and Lulu are a bit maybe in danger with that mid-range. So SKT banning out Vladimir, another one of Slice Cake's champ pulls, and this champion really scales to Oblivion and beyond, so it's a very strong champ to remove. Confident Club seem to have these type of champs like Kale and Vlad in their picks, and we do see the Sylas getting banned out here from Confident Club. So Sylas with Sejuani do pair really well together. And meanwhile, SKT here waiting on their last ban. We do have mid and top available here for Confident Clan. Is it going to be that Cho'Gath that's been really strong? And we do know not too shabby is rather strong on that Cho'Gath. Slice Cakes could also go Fizz. Not sure if he's filling the AD carry slot, but Slice Cakes on Fizz is very strong. The Aurora ban is necessary here. We do know that Confident Club have two really good Aurora users. Not too sure if they are playing in this event. One of them was Badman420, and I'm not too sure if he is on this roster, but neither to say. Perhaps they saw the match histories and saw that Aurora was a comfort. So let's see here, Veigar going to be picked up. All right, first time we're seeing this champion, I think, across even past events. So it's nice to see Veigar getting picked up here. Let's see what it does, though. It does add to that mid-range team fight that Confident Club do have here. Great CC, good follow-up damage. I'd like to see now something that's pure damage from Confident Club. I'd like to see them rounding it off with maybe something like Gwen, or even maybe Darius in the top lane. Something that's just mostly damage. They have a lot of CC and help for that. SKT here locking in Ornn. Yes, Kazuto has been a solid Ornn. We've seen him play this out yesterday, and Ornn does help the Sejuani get that engage across. However, I'm afraid for SKT their damage seems to be lacking, and I do like the Victor hover here. It doesn't really synergize well with the Sejuani, but it's a great AoE champion, AoE damage that they do severely need. I would hope that Sejuani or Ornn build towards him, maybe help him out with an Abyssal Mask. That item can really help boost this Victor's DPS, and he is the only... Well, there are crossed magic damage here from Lulu, Ornn, and Sejuani, but let's be real, Victor is the only magic damage source here, with Caitlyn pelleting the enemy team from the backline. See Confident Club, what would they want? I think Victor is really strong into them. They have very mid-range champions, and Victor does well in that mid-range. They might want something... I would have gone, honestly, for something like Karma top here, but they do go in for the Camille, and I would have picked up Karma because SKT's comp really wants that Victor to pop off. Karma can just give off those AoE shields and pretty much nullify most, if not all, of SKT's damage here. But it will be Camille. Camille, a strong choice into the Ornn, of course. If the Ornn doesn't get rolling, SKT have a little to less front line. The Victor could get quickly jumped, so it's also a good strategy. Maybe they're opting to catch Victor before the fights and try and solidify their position. And we are here. Let me quickly see the lobby and what's holding us back. Let's see. Alright, so there will be a quick 5 minutes delay before we get started, so all fair in its necessity. Perhaps people need to go to the toilet. I myself get quite anxious before tournament games, so it's quite normal to maybe need to use a quick break. Join us later today, Quantum Leap. My team will be participating against Asmos. Yeah, so that will be a fun watch for sure. Come, you know, like mock me in chat for all the flashes I fail or all the smites I lose. Would be nice. Change the stream title. Yes, I should probably do that. So let's do it right now. This is indeed the March 2025 5v5. Oh, let's remove the 2025 5v5 event. And the teams playing today are SKT T0 versus the Confident Club. Alright, it's a really big title, but it works, so we will be using that. Yeah, so the game will soon start. Let's do it. Camille makes no sense in the draft. No, I did comment on it. What do you think, Igloss? I would have recommended Karma top lane here, as SKT are really dependent on this Victor's AoE to bring them home damage wise. If not, I guess with Camille the idea is maybe they consider Camille to be very strong into Ornn, I don't know, and he won't be that much of a front line, and Camille can roam to mid lane, maybe get that Victor shut down and maybe stop him before a fight. I imagine that's the theory here, and maybe Camille can stop him. It might just be comfort as well into Ornn. You know, he's quite a strong champ, Ornn. Maybe not everyone has picks to combat this champion, like the Cassante pick we saw yesterday. I would have liked Gwen as well. We see Confident Club have a lot of that mid-range damage and CC, a lot of control in the mid-range. So some champion that's full damage like Gwen or Darius or anything that is essentially needs setup to get his damage across would be really paired well with Confident Club. Either that or something that heavily counters this Victor pickup. We'll have to ask them the idea behind the Camille, but surely there is reason behind it, and it does favor them. So Let's see. They are getting into the draft right now, so let's see. Hello Psycho, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We have 3 games today, and later it will be my very own team, Quantum Leap, leaping its way to their first game against Asmos. Asmos do need a win of their own. They did not have the best of luck in their first showing. I'm sure they're on their revenge path. It's a shame they would come with such desires against my team, but so be it. We shall take them on as best we can. So let's see it here. You're not seeing the lobby. I'm constantly looking at it. They are logging in their champ, so it will be a couple of minutes before things get started here. Let me quickly post in the Discord for whenever the time is right for the games to get started. So yeah, in the meanwhile, if you are just joining, thank you for joining, and if you have any friends, family members, or people, colleagues, that play League of Legends, please let them know about the Discord. It would be nice to constantly keep growing, keep having events. You'll never know who the next challenger is. Somehow, ideally, I don't know how, we need to get into schools and delete Fortnite and add League of Legends. That's the only way around it. The only way to get new blood into the scene, or advance our current player base. Let's see. But yeah. 2 minutes 40 seconds to go. Guys, any predictions? I know that SKT T0 have not been too much on the scene. We've only seen them once against OCP, but they did have a very strong standing. We know and are aware that Confident Club is such a great team, such a strong team. Micro-wise, usually a bit more than macro-wise perhaps, but they do bring it all together, especially around those grabs or dragon fights. So I'd like to see how it goes. Pretty much they only lost to Aversio and to Agony, and I believe losing to Cavalieri in the 3rd spot position. So a very strong team indeed. Cavalieri will also be shown later today. They will have 2 games back to back. Cavalieri, according to the LCM, the 3rd best team in Malta. Now they do have a very strong mid lane who did live in Megar. That is how it was told to me. He's never had a strawberry in his life, but he lived in Megar, not Mjar, for 4 years. But yeah. So let's see. And brought down by Waffle Warriors for 1 game. Yes, I remember that as well. Waffle Warriors had a best of 3 against Confident Club. They did go 2-1 in favor of Confident Club. But fair to say that the 3rd game, the last loss they had against Confident Club, Waffle Warriors should have bagged the win, but they did fumble it, so maybe I shouldn't say shouldn't, because Confident Club outplayed them and they did get the W. So let's see. Alright, Brickon really likes SKT's draft here. He likes the Sejuani Ornn with Caitlyn in the backline. Lulu kind of helping that Sejuani and Ornn staying alive, giving picks to Caitlyn, and Victor in the meanwhile dropping bombs and temporal rifts. Let's see. Getting quite excited now. We only have 40 seconds to go before the game starts. Please, Brickon, do not make things evident that I washed it and dried it up. Okay, I really like this. Oi oi oi. Who wins bot lane wins the game. Isn't that the truth though? Isn't that the truth to every game of League of Legends, our favorite game in the world? Let's see. As the game will soon start. As you can see from the black screen, we have just now started loading into the game. So let's see how this goes. Come on guys, give me some shout outs in the chat. Hashtag Confident Club, hashtag SKT. Give some support to your preferred team here. Let's get the game going. So some quick uplift here, so we can get to a nice game setting. Let's see it. Latina Carlos, one of my favorites. Alongside player 222 here, there will be 2 to watch out for. So let's see, Kazuto and Toyota Starlet on Sejuani here in the top lane. Okay, some comments in the chat, GG. Alright, let's see it. we see the classic Confident Club stack here. They do like that level 1 stack. They seem to go about it. Now, they did spot the ward here from SKT. Looking forward to see how that one plays out, as they will be able to spot this Ivern. Now, Ivern, for those that don't know, has a very simple and easy to follow 255 clear. So he should be first on the map here, potentially around this bot lane. He does have that Nautilus setup. He can chuck his Q right after. So there is that ability for round mode here. Meanwhile, not too shabby versus Kazuto. Kazuto somehow got 5 gold. He must have pinged the ward. So that's exactly what has happened here. Now, Sejuani does have quite a strong early game and damage potential. Ivern's biggest weakness is his first clear. As fast as it is, he gets quite low, and he still remains level 1 for quite some time before he doubles back and gets his camps. So yeah, he could potentially get invaded, which explains why Confident Club dropped a ward very close to their Raptor camp as well, just in case, just to see if Toyota Starlet does invade. I do notice I will be needing to change up a bit the icons here. My apologies for the quick fix. But yeah, so let's get into it here. Meanwhile, Zambiru on his classic Caitlyn. For those that don't know, Zambiru has quite a menacing Caitlyn, apart from his Shen pickup. So let's see how this goes. 11 CS across the board. Slice Cakes is in the mid lane. He is usually the star of Confident Club. So let's see how this goes. Meanwhile, Not Too Shabby and Kazuto here just simply looking at each other. Not Too Shabby gets the shove in. He could potentially look for a recall here. Did opt for the flash teleport rather than the more aggressive ignite teleport on Camille. Meanwhile, Slice Cakes here trading quite a bit of health with player 222. I would say he is easily one of the better mid lanes here in this event, if not one of the best. So let's see how player 222 plays this. He is not anticipating round mode though, who is here, and the Q barely missing. A nice sidestep by player 222, but forced to flash as the Veigar cage does get dropped. Meanwhile, Not Too Shabby is there, but meanwhile, excuse me, a lot of things happening at the same time. It seems like Slice Cakes is quite dangerously low despite the gank and despite getting that Victor flash. Let's see here. Toyota Starlet is clearing a ward here on Latina Carlos and was that Tralariatai? we'll call them Tralala for now. So Mr. or TR Lal, Mr. TR. Yeah, player 222 caught out again now, this time without flash, and round mode is on top of him. The flash from Slice Cakes sadly does not land. Not Too Shabby is here though, and he could potentially find the pickup here. A quick dash, a quick shield, and first blood onto Not Too Shabby. A great bit of teamwork for Confident Club, working alongside each other there. Player 222 not respecting his flashless ability. Meanwhile though, Toyota Starlet did get his recall off, and he is here to contest round mode. Round mode is falling low. He still has flash, but so does Toyota Scarlet. Opts not to use it in the end. Toyota Starlet still on the hunt, but he does back off in the end. So let's see. Meanwhile, Not Too Shabby with that first blood has yet to take the recall, while Ornn is full health and mana with teleport being used. Zambiru, slight CS gap here. 8 CS is nothing to scold at on his Caitlyn against the Corki here. We've not really seen much things happening in the bot lane. It's been very safe laning altogether, so no real aggression at that point. Not Too Shabby there trading into Kazuto. And meanwhile, round mode here could have potentially found Toyota Starlet in some danger, as the Battle of the Raptors commences. Round mode does not have flash. He will get engaged on, drops fairly low, and Toyota Starlet smites that away. And now round mode has to consider the recall. So yeah, all in all, a great play of aggression here from SKT T0. They definitely don't want to be left behind in this game. They definitely want to show their true colors, their true nature as a team. So let's see, fairly even game altogether. Still though, Confident Club do have the slight edge here with a 400 gold lead. It's not much, it's simply that first blood, and player 222, Pity here does manage to solidify that difference, so now the gold lead is slightly in favor of SKT. Alright. Yeah, the hype is in Japan, my friend. Cardona Cast is not here. So yeah, that's the best you get out of me. I'll try better, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, so yep. Woohoo! Player 222 gets the kill on 2 slice cakes. Let's go. I do hope to God I can hold that up for 3 games. Let's see. So no real action here. We will be seeing some plays here around this dragon buff, as Toyota Starlet does secure Void Grubs and Realm Mode secures the dragon alongside his bot lane. Let's see how it goes. Starlet tries to find that top gank. They do have Ornn ulti, but Ornn is out of mana. Not too shabby. Just quickly hook shots away. Some annoying damage. I would call this annoying if I was not too shabby, but no real threat at the moment in this top lane. Sejuani is not even 6 to combo her double stun proc. While all in the meanwhile Ramo does take dragon. It seems like Toyota Starlet was only here to help Kazuto get the shove in. So he does manage to get a recall and goes back to his jungle. Alright. So yeah, let's see how this game goes. Both teams kind of want that scaling, apart from the Nautilus, which we do see him potentially making a roam here into the mid lane. Apart from Nautilus, Confident Club don't really want to take too many early aggression. They definitely want to wait for their level 6 and play around it. And I would say the same for SKT, apart from the Caitlyn, but Caitlyn really more into that sieging, not really looking to start fights or play too aggressive like a Samira or Draven would. So Zambiru very happy to take his 11 CS lead here and take it home to the bank. Meanwhile, Jabrizi on his Lulu, being a Zambiru special kitten. Latina Carlos, like a man playing Nautilus. My respects go out to him. Let's see. Alright, we see, yes, that Veigar did go for Symbiotic Souls. Maybe a sleeper item at this point in the meta, but we still have yet to see the pros catching on to it. Some champions do find great success with it, Veigar being one of them. So let's see, Latina Carlos, Trale Yeti, and Jabrizi and Zabiru. Wait, I was not expecting this engage. Jabrizi going in, ulting straight away. Latina Carlos does throw the anchor toss right away. And he does get double ulted both from Zambiru and player 221. Luckily though, his core key Trala Yetai blocks the headshot from the Caitlyn from Zambiru. So the engage does end off with a flash from Latina Carlos, but that's really about it. Meanwhile, somehow player 222, despite finding the roam, is currently around 12 CS up onto Slice Cakes. Slice Cakes trying to find the trade, knowing he has the execute with the ult, is happy to trade a bit of HP, as player 222 does not have his ultimate himself, using it down bot lane. Now Latina Carlos and Yetai re-engage here with Realm Mode on and his ult, but Toyota Starlet is here to answer this. Jabrizi and Zambiru are trying to get Latina Carlos off of them. Jabrizi does fall down. Latina Carlos also follows. Zambiru is here with Toyota Starlet, but Ivern is such a strong champion. Daisy almost taking down Zambiru, but not in time. The triple kill for Zambiru thanks to red buff after the Rambo flash. He does get taken down. Toyota Starlet doing a great job at reading that play. Well done. Great jungling there. Good understanding of the map. His bot lane does need to secure that wave in. Although all his camps were up, he was there helping them crash the wave. Not many junglers would take into consideration that they could get ganked when his bot lane needs to get that lane shoved in. Definitely a jungling 101 there from Mr. Starlet. Sejuani, right? So very well done there by SKT1. Oh no, Latina Carlos with the Hextech Flash finds a perfect hookshot onto player 222. Sadly, not much coming out of it, as Jabrizi is here with a full Lulu shield On top of that, with these Summoner Rune Airy, giving an even bigger shield. Player 2-2 walking out of that unscathed. So let's see, both AD carries left down to the bot lane. We're gonna have a big Void Grabs fight here. Keep in mind that SKT have all of them. Player 2-2 does get his ult across. Jibrizi does save him, and a big reset here by player 2-2 and the rest of his team. It does secure Latina Carlos. So let's see how this is going. So far, I have to say, SKT are playing phenomenally. Great gameplay all around. Confident Club really seem to be out of their element. They had a really good play in the early game, but I'm not too sure how Latina Carlos and Slice Cakes are gonna get out of this early game into the mid game. We also see Yetai facing a bit of a range gap and an item diff here as Yuntals is complete on Zambiru with his triple kill. He's having it difficult there. Barrier popped from Corki. Another Hextech flash from Latina Carlos. This time maybe a bit more predicted from player 2-2. Sidesteps that and retaliates onto Slice Cakes. Both flashes from the mid laners. But Victor does finish off Slice Cakes. Player 2-2 masterclass in this mid lane. Up in CS by 20 and also finishing off the kill. All in the meanwhile, those Void Grabs 5:1. Raumo getting ratioed by Toyota Starlet. Let's see here. Latina Carlos comes to return in this bot lane as the as the tower is getting handled there. So let's see. Toyota Starlet starts this dragon and Zambiru is here, trying to secure it, helping his jungler for a change. Good AD carry usage. And now SKT recoil. SKT are in such a strong formation at the moment, guys. You have no idea. Their comp relies on this mid-game strength, and they've gotten to the mid-game unscathed. And not only on that, they have their two strongest units currently ahead. They have player 2-2 on Victor with a complete item and kills, and so is Zambiru. Latina Carlos though does find Jibrizi, and Yetai is here to respond. Ignite going down, Jibrizi falling dangerously low, but also Toyota Starlet is here to help him out. Jibrizi sadly though does pick up the red buff. I don't know if that was an accident, but a cause to him running away from Latina Carlos and Confident Club, he does manage to pick up the red buff as well. So let's see, we do see Brickone not happy that Sejuani allows the Latina Carlos to walk away. Apparently it was a free kill on them. Player 2-2 is here to try and stop any potential mid ganks. Let's see here, Kazuto getting engaged on here by Raumo, by not too shabby. Daisy is popped out, and let's see how it goes. A nice quick kill here on too shabby. This Ivan will scale menacingly, so will this Camille. Zambiru better pay attention here. Oh no, Yetai getting bombarded from the back, from the front, and it's really gonna be at the end of his days. No flash, no barrier left. Jibrizi is here to follow up, and they will leave Zambiru alone to collect this tower gold, extending his lead even better. If there is a way to play Caitlyn, it's definitely this. Get a lead in the lane with your range, get the tower, and keep on going. Interestingly enough, we do see him with the Berserkers and Yuntas, so he's gonna have that quick burst of attack speed, which helps him stack up his lethal tempo. Let's see. SKT might be the team to watch out for. They're looking quite menacing in this match. 4 kill lead here, a 3k gold lead, and most towers are in their hands at the moment. Let's keep in mind though that the feats of strength was picked up by Confident Club with that top lane turret first, but in the meanwhile it was still overall with objectives and the first 3 kills that secured it for SKT T0. Alright, Brickone letting his demons out in the chat. So let's see how it goes here. Let's keep in mind that Veigar is scaling. Corki is very strong as well. So let's see how it goes here. We are not at the second item range, so this could be a good opener for Confident Club to try and find their pickups. We see Not Too Shabby trying to take some trades here against Kazuto on Ornn. Player 222 caught a bit out of position here as Confident Club sent 4 members to take him down. It will be that shutdown onto Slice Cakes. Meanwhile, the remainder of SKT are down here in the mid lane, pushing it out on that tier 2 turret. This might be another lead for Zambiru to get his collector. which is definitely a scary thought to think about. He will have the second item first on such a strong champion like Caitlyn. I'm not too sure of their pathing at the moment. SKT seem to be really scattered at the moment. Not really sure about this. Zambiro's Caitlyn is potentially out of position, but traps are dropped. The Ornn ult coming out. Kazuto lands a menacing ult on the remainder of Confident Clan. Big damage coming out of Zambiro. Zambiro gets Nautilus ulti. The follow-up ulti from Toyota Scarlet does find Latino Carlos. Dreading drop dangerously low. No flashes though burnt from neither side here. It does seem that it was just an exchange over dominance for the area here, as Herald being the next objective. It will be secured by SKT thanks to their dominance in that fight. Latina Carlos forced to recall, so does Mr. Shabby and Round Mode, all on the return. Aglos believes they are the second coming of Agony. SKT definitely looking very strong at the moment. Let's get our hopes up. Birkone is even calling them Agony Plus. He seems to be in a very taunting mood today. Birkone is not the Carnival edition of Shismite, for goodness sake. You're not Ramos anymore. Give it a break, stop taunting teams. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, for sure, definitely SKT looking very dominant at the moment. Latina Carlos though, looking for player 222. Yetai is also there. They do find Jabrizi. Jabrizi, no! Forced to ulti. But now Yetai is also caught out in danger. Player 222 gets flashed on from Latina Carlos. Ignite gets out. Slice Cake finds the cage there. He does get sliced up, but Zambiro is unstoppable, taking down both Latina Carlos and Slice Cake. His damage is just simply too much with the shields there from the Lulu. So really strong coming here from SKT on that re-engaged. Player 222 getting taken down low, but in return it's both Slice Cakes and Latina Carlos paying the price. Nautilus not really looking too strong this tournament. So yeah. Sorry about the chat. It did seem we might need some more mods in the chat to ban out these types of messages, but yeah, hopefully it left. Peach Blue, I'm sorry for your virus. All in the meanwhile, SKT seem to be picking up the remainders of what's left. Mechanics is here to defend his name on Team Agony. So yep, definitely defend them. Mechanics, they need your words. It's quite nice to see that SKT are pulling off this game. Zambiro is a menace at the moment with his 6-0 Caitlyn, and now he's working his way up to what could potentially be an Infinity's Edge. He doesn't even need to think about the Lord Doms. No one really building up armor at this point. Maybe Confident Club should think about it. The Ravenous Hydra being finished on not too shabby. It's nice to see that the 6-0 Caitlyn with 165 CS and the 2-0 Camille with 174 have approximately same power level spikes at the moment. So yeah, sure. For a good cause, for sure, Peach White. Good luck in your game today. Looking forward to casting Cavalry's return to the multi-stage. Full roster for Luster. Definitely looking forward to seeing that. Latina Carlos and Round Mode are still in this game though. They definitely don't want to give this one up. They know they have good champions here. They have a good chance with Not Too Shabby on his Camille. And meanwhile though, player 222 is quite a menace in himself, finding Slice Cakes again. And despite all the healing, oh my gosh, it's all the healing from the Ivern that saves him from Moonstone to the redemption. It does manage to secure it. And now Zambiro caught out of position. He is 6-0, guys. No, big shutdown going to Yetai. What is this? It's the Confident Club's return. They did not give up. They did not yield. And they kept sending units. A big disaster return here for SKT to see. We saw Slice Cakes barely living that one out. Player 222 getting taken down, giving up his shutdown. So does Zambiro. And on critical units too, it is Yetai cleaning up one of those kills from himself. This Ivern Round Mode proving to be quite menacing. Atakan now being started by Confident Club. Let's see if they can take it down. Oh no. Grantless is scared of Ivern. He said FF already. Such a strong champ, Ivern. A bit hard to face, I guess, but so far a good standing. Let's see if SKT can return this now with Atakan getting taken down. Confident Club get an increase in statistics even more. It's definitely gonna be a bit hard. Alright, so I'm just reading the chat. A bit of conversation about Ivan being overpowered. He might be so, guys, but let's see how Not Too Shabby handles this. As the entirety of SKT is here, they send down their rat, and Zambiru picks up that shutdown as well. And now this top lane turret is being pelted, and the remainder of Confident Club is here. But is it enough to stop this push? It does seem like it's the case, but not before they take down Shabby's whatchamacallit shutdown, yes, and top lane turret. Yeah, player 222 trying to find a bit more in that play. He does manage to find enemy raptor camp. Meanwhile, Latina Carlos is here hovering Getai. Do see this Ivern being very strong at the moment with his 2 items. He is definitely a bit more in the lead than Toyota Starlet on Sejuani, just in terms of what he has to offer. Now Sejuani, a great strong tank, but in the end Ivern brings a strong tank in Daisy with a lot of disruption and shields. Such a strong champ, Ivern, all in all. Would be nice to see how this Veigar pickup plays out though. Definitely the Victor looking like it's doing a lot of work, despite being down 3 deaths at this point. The lane was excellently played out, but it is this mid to late game macro decisions that are holding this game hostage for the 28th minute. Oh no, Latina Carlos does find Toyota Starlet. Not Too Shabby is here to respond, but look at that Sejuani taking barely little to no damage. Sadly, no RC procs picked up. Realm mode is the source of disengage. He does get taken down quite low, and Zambiru is there pelting down Latina Carlos, but Not Too Shabby does find him on the back end. Latina Carlos goes down, Not Too Shabby uses his ult. Zambiru peels him off of him. Slice Cakes is here with a big damage across the board. Kazuto going down, and so does Zambiru. Player 2-2, only one left alive. A masterclass team fight here by Confident Club, turning things around as Not Too Shabby falls down, so does Latina Carlos. The remainder of SKT got an engage off onto Realm mode, and Realm mode is still alive. Perhaps not the great target selection. Player 2-2 is here trying to respond. He will get taken down very low. Yetai, an auto attack away, and he does finish him off for the ace. Confident Club showing us what they're known for their sheer dominance, despite being heavily down favored in the beginning of this game. It is that mid to late game where they found the trouble. For SKT found the trouble in their efforts, and to actually reset the tempo on this match. Alright, SKT supporters in chat, do you guys think we still have a chance, or is it all over? Is Ivern gonna take over? His Dawn Core is now built. For those that don't know, this item will give him increased AP. So let's see it here. Alright. So let's see. Not Too Shabby, the previous carry and gold holder of Confident Club. He was really heavily targeted this team fight. Rightfully so, but we do see Zambiru finishing that Infinity Edge and immediately getting the upgrade from this Ornn. Ornn upgrades coming out. It's gonna be big damage, especially when we get this Rabadons on the Victor. I'm surprised at how far this Victor has fallen compared to the start of the game. Veigar really doing work in this match, alongside with Yetai as well, picking up the pace here, finishing off his Muramana and Trinity Force. He's still an item down, but core key damage is nothing to scoff at, especially with that passive and with the Gatling gun shredding the armor. Kazuto just ran the wins and walks away. Happy little tank, happy days. Alright. Oh no, big engage here. Yetai getting caught out. And so does Zambiru. It's 80 carries going down, which I think that's a win for Confident Club given how strong Zambiru is. Player 222 caught in the 1v1 against Slice Cakes in the top side here. He does manage to get the winning trade thanks to the big Victor shield. And now Latina Carlos caught behind Toyota Starlet and Jabrizi. The Kazuto ult from Orn coming out. Latina Carlos will fall without damage. And we do see in the meanwhile player 222 also falling to not too shabby in round mode. So this is turning into a bloodbath. Kills across the board. But nothing really coming out of it. No objective secured. So this will indeed delay the game a bit further in favor of scaling, which might be a bit more in favor of Confident Club. But I have to say that Victor, once he plays with his team and not on side lane, will definitely be a strong contender in this match. Alright. Let's see, Confident Club, they are a very strong team, a formidable opponent. If you did not believe it, this game is evidence. Having such a start, having a 10-3 Caitlyn, and the game is still ongoing. Yeah, no Lord Dominic's being built here by the Caitlyn, going full DPS. So let's see how that goes. Meanwhile, the Corki did pick up those Meg Threads. It is Slice Cakes who is close to Rabadons. He's really had the hard end of the stick every time he's faced off this Victor. But look at that. The upgraded Leandris is also onto player 222. So that's going to be a very, very strong Victor indeed. With the upgraded boots, the jewel, blighted jewel, and also the anti-heal item, that Victor is going to be doing work. It's likely to see them playing at a fight all together. I'd like to see SKT actually form a team fight. So let's see. Yes, thank you Sepion in chat for letting them know. It will indeed be on YouTube. If you are in the Discord, it's in the announcements. We do have a playlist ongoing currently on our YouTube channel. So yeah, because there's even other games. So let's see it. Latila Carlos getting a disgusting, absolutely disgusting shield from round mode. Yeah, and so far it seems like SKT are stacking all up for this dragon. They really want to fight for it. While Size Cakes is in the top lane. There you go, objective secured by SKT. But in the meanwhile, Confident Club are like, you know what, take the dragon, we'll take your mid lane turret, we'll take your top lane tier 2, and we'll even take your blue buff. That's a very nice macro decision here by Confident Club. Unless any volunteers, it will most likely be me, my friend. We might have Sepion doing game 3 and 4, so we'll check that out too. But let's see. It's either gonna be Kane and or it's gonna be Sepion. Yeah. Yes, but Sepion offered maybe to take up game 3, so maybe he can continue on to game 4 as well, but we'll see. Let's focus on game 1 though. It's an exciting day, I know. A lot of things ongoing. It almost feels like the LCM days. Oh no, Gibrizi, no! He gets caught out here, extremely deleted, but player 222 is on the hunt. Slice Cake still alive. What are these shields? Where are they coming from? It's just absolute insanity. It must have been the resolve 3 from Nautilus there. And now Kazuto getting caught out here. Let's not throw the game. Oh no, what's going on? A slight hiccup there by the Riot servers. Kazuto gets fully ulted by Shabby and he will get taken down as well. The follow-up engage here by Confident Club is insane. as the remainder of SKT just melt. It just seems like we see red health bars cleaning the board with SKT. I'm not really sure how people went even down there. They just did. Player 222 is here trying to resolve this issue. Trying to hold down what's left, but Baron is the next objective. Yes, Birkun giving some solid advice here. Ideally, we do not walk one by one. I think that's what SKT did. They had a decent early game. They found the pickups, but then they did not unify their plays enough. And with shutdowns across the board, Confident Club, as we know them to be, are a very strong contender. And they do punish them for it. So, well done to Confident Club on their macro play. And SKT definitely something to look into when you go back and visit the replay. But nonetheless, we still have this 4-item Caitlyn, who's having a bit of trouble carrying these fights in the end though. Rabadon's is complete now onto Slice Cakes. That's gonna be a lot of damage coming through. Are people allowed to swap roles with other players in the tournament? Yes, they definitely can. As long as it's the main roster, or you know, if it's a sub, they follow the rules about subbing in terms of when they told the opponents. Yes, in game there is no rules against role swapping. I know it can be an annoying strategy, but it's definitely one that is used in professional play, so it's definitely possible. LOM is League of Malta. Alright, Gibrizi, thinking that Confident Club are hungry, deciding to give them a mukbang. Kazuto soon follows Slice Cakes. I'm surprised at the speed he's taking this down, but that is a full armor Ornn. Meanwhile, Zambiro and player 222 are not messing around, they are here. I'm not too sure what Ornn was doing so deep in the topside jungle. Sorry, in the topside camps. He should better be playing around his team. And after getting a successful fight together, they are... Guys, this is 32 minutes. A fight here could potentially end the game. So, let's play together. Let's fight one big fight and shove it down that lane. If the minions are coming, we can pick that up later. But being that far up, I don't think is the clever play. So, let's see. Game of Throws. Good one, Birkun. So, let's see. Player 222 and Zambiro are here. Look at the tower damage. That's what I'm saying, guys. One good team fight could decide this game. So if SKT can group up as Confident Club have been doing, maybe they can find a bit more success. Oh no, big damage coming out to Yetai. Player 222 gets the shutdown and does stay alive. Oh no, a big flash here from Slice Cakes. The shutdown player 222. His ult will not be available, but still does damage beyond the grave. Latina Carlos falling down row. Toyota started his area. Big damage from Slice Cakes taking down G Breezy. Zambiro soon follows with not too shabby hookshotting over. Toyota Starlet really trying to find damage, but not really finding the kill on Slice Cakes. The shield from Ivern are too big. And not too shabby finishes off Kazuto. This could be game, guys. Well played for SKT's early game, but it's really mid to late game where Confident Club came alive, taking home this victory. This could definitely be at the end of the game. A bit too frontal with this Victor, did great in lane, but perhaps should have respected a bit more range, played a bit more towards his disengage. But in the end, Confident Club do pick it up. So I play to their behalf. Gibrizi is here to salute them as his Nexus goes down. Confident Club take over game 1. Well played indeed.